Vyavasayatamika buddhi samadhe no videyata. So that was chapter 2, shlok 44. Now, what I understand from this shlok is that our senses attract us to various pleasures, and by fulfilling one pleasure, it makes us get attracted to other bigger pleasures. So, for example, if one day I go to watch a movie, so the next day I will watch the movie and spend time on Facebook. The third day I will watch a movie, spend time on Facebook, and go out with friends. And this um, and this desire for endless enjoyment will just keep going on. So my understanding of this shlok, I'll be using three concepts, which is smaran, which is the understanding, which I just explained, the manan, which is the utilization of the shlok, and the nididhyasan, which is the practicing of the shlok in real life. So now the manan bit is that in this shlok, in short, I feel that there are two steps that we can follow. The first one being to realize what our main focus in life is. Being a karma yogi, we can connect to God, our main focus in life, through aswadharma. That is doing our duty 100% as a student. And second, being to use all these distractions like movies, phones, etc., which please our senses as a mere distressing tool to get back and perform better as a student. So we convert our distractions into an attractive de-stressing tool, as Aparnati always says. And now, how do we do it? The practice, the nididhyasana bit. For that, the principles of a pendulum can be applied. So when there's a fulcrum, the center point, that should be the awareness of our main aim in life. And all these distractions makes the pendulum oscillate around the focus. So since we are getting distracted, but around the focus and not just going away. And second being how to get back to the equilibrium point or fulcrum, because usually we oscillate a lot. So we cannot do this in one day, but we can continuously practice this in again 2 different steps. The first being to reduce the speed at which we oscillate, that is decreasing the frequency. So basically saying you should decrease the number of times that you get distracted. And second being to reduce the distance between the oscillation and the trajectory point has to be reduced. This means that the intensity at which we are getting distracted has to be continuously going down. So I'm going to practice this awareness and practice how to manage these distractions which help me to get better and to get more and more focused to my equilibrium, my goal in life. And practicing this self-control, dham, will get me closer to God. This is something that Satija had said in her message. Thank you.
Very good. Fantastic. I'm doing shlok 2.45, page 48. Tregunya Vishveda Nistrigunya Bhavajana Nardvandvo Nityastvastho Niyogakshema Atmavan. So in this the important words are Ved, which means before scriptures, Rig Ved, Atharvaved, Samved and Yajurved. And Trigunya Vishya, these are the result of the 3 gunas, Satagun, Rajagun and Tamagun. Nistraigunyo, that means rise above the 3 gunas. Nirdvan, which means rise above the 2 opposites, happiness and sadness. Nityastvastho means being established in purity. And Niryogakshema means freedom from acquisition and preservation. And the most important, Atmavan, which means with perfect control. So the English meaning of this is the Vedas deal with 3 gunas of nature and their product, the world. Therefore, O Arjun, attain liberation by freeing yourself from the pair of opposites and from the acquisition and preservation of worldly things. Be established firmly and with perfect control in purity and the self. The Hindi meaning of this is, और हे अर्जुन, सब वेद तीनों गुणों के कार्य रूप संसार को विषय करने वाला है, इसलिए तू असंसारी अर्थात निष्कामी और सुख दुख द्वंद्व से रहित नित्य वस्तु में स्थित तथा योगक्षेम को न चाहने वाला और आत्मपरयान हो. So in this shlok, Bhagwan Krishna ji is explaining five constituency of equanimity which we have to follow. So the first one is Nistraigunyo, which means liberation from three gunas. Like basically the world is a result of the three gunas: Satagun, Rajagun and Tamagun. Rajagun are activities for your benefit, Satagun are activities for others' benefits, and Tamagun are doing negative activities like anger, too much sleep, etc. So, and Nirdvandva means liberation from pair of opposites, rise above the feeling of happiness and sadness. Like Aparna auntie once gave us an example in which we all had to write on our post-it what gives us happiness. So we all wrote like swimming, friends, partying. So then Aparna auntie asked, if you had this 24/7, will you like it? So then some people said no, some people said yes. And then the second question was, will you be sad if you don't get it? So this is what Nirdvandva means. Then Nityastvasto means being established in purity. This is the purest form. So in this I have an example. So a woodcutter had his axe. That's how he earns money. So he went into the woods to cut his axe. But by mistake, his axe...
Cut the wood trees.
Yeah, his axe fell in the river. And then he started crying. Then an angel came and asked him, why are you crying? He said, my axe fell in the river and I can't earn money now. So then the angel went down and got 3 axes. One was an old wooden axe, which was his. Another one was a silver one, and another a gold one. So then the angel asked him, which one is yours? With honesty, the woodcutter replied that the old one is mine. And as with his honesty, he got all 3 as a gift. This is what Nityastvastu means. Niryogakshema, freedom from acquisition and preservation. In this, yog means acquire and kshema means preserve. So, to continue my example of that, as he was honest and modest, the woodcutter got all the 3 axes. If he said that the gold one is mine, then the angel knows that he's lying. And then the final one, Atmavan, perfect control on senses. You need to know what is right and wrong. So in this, if a doctor has to do an operation, he needs to know while he's doing an operation, he can't get diverted and then think of the money he'll get by this operation or what he will eat for lunch. He has to focus on the operation and the patient's life. Thank you.
Very good.